We're in already.
We are.
Jack's
In there.
Jack is still trying to get his vape from yesterday working. He's
No, it's having none of it. It's fucking annoying.
Shit, mate.
Right, I've got something that's fresh from the pan.
Right, before you start talking, finally fucking finish what you're doing with that microphone, because that is loud as fuck adjusting everything. Are you finished touching the desk?
Where it needs to be.
Are you finished touching the desk?
I think so for now.
Right, because the people don't need to hear this. The people
They
need
do.
to
They
hear.
love that. It makes it seem real.
No,
Visceral.
It's fucking annoying.
No, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is for them? Do you remember that thing that used to get sent around on phones at school where it was like someone cutting your hair?
Right.
Like the 3D tour of a barbershop, kind of.
Right, yeah, I remember that. I actually do remember that,
tour.
yeah.
That's what this is. All the clacking and stuff like that. It's the audio tour of
a
our
mental
podcast
asylum.
studio. Either or.
So, I fucking carried the 2 Patreons yesterday. Join patreon.com/truthseeking. £3 an episode. If you don't want to fucking join, right, you can pay £3 an episode to just listen to specific episodes. Yesterday's were both
I recommend
good.
the Badger one from yesterday.
I carried...
If you're going to pick just the one.
Yeah, same. But I carried him yesterday. So today's Jack's on the lead. There's only one thing I've got. And we might even mention it later. We might not.
I've not got loads, but I have been reading a book today. Well, I've been listening to my phone read a book to me today while I've been moving stuff.
Right.
About alien abductions.
Okay.
And about how possibly there's a chance, right? A slim chance, according to this fella that's wrote this book, that aliens might not exist.
No.
Well, I know that's a lot for people to take in.
That nowadays that's considered a conspiracy, surely, because like most people would agree that to some extent aliens have to exist. So if he's going out on a limb and saying nah, he's trying to be like the fucking counterculture guy now.
Well, he brings up, speaking of counterculture, known ketamine lover and friend of the show, John Lilly.
Hey, Dolphin Wanker, Wanker affiliate.
Yeah. The affiliate masturbator of the dolphins.
Yes.
Of the sea mammal world.
IV Ketman.
The voyeur. Yeah. Well, he's involved in the research that's taken place for this book. It's only a 40-page book, I think, and I'm about 12 or 13 pages in. So I don't know me stuff. But it's interesting because it's talking about how alien abductions, they do happen. They're a real thing. The kidnappings occur. The science experiments happen. There's physical evidence and more physical evidence year on year of implants being put into people that can be found on MRI scans and can't be explained by any known science, according to the doctors, for how these pieces of metal get into people's... that's your bridge of your nose, in it, between your eyes.
That is the bridge of your nose, yes.
Into your spine as well. So all of these things do happen, but aliens aren't doing it. It's just American fellas in masks. That's what seems to be the gist of this paper.
But that was like
and
fucking...
it uses something called EBS. Come on.
What's EBS?
Can't remember. But it's electro something or other. But it's basically the use of electrodes to be able to manipulate the human brain in order to have pleasure, pain, be hungry, be aggressive. Like in Kingsman, where they let off that sonar noise in the church and they all start battering each other. Yes. That, basically. And John Lilly was interviewed in 1953, by someone we've kind of covered briefly, and I covered in a History Homos episode, NIM.
Oh, by the
National
NIM?
Institute. Yeah, National Institute for Mental Health in America.
The rat people.
The secret of NIM. Yeah, exactly that. He got approached by them and said, will you give a talk to the CIA, FBI, and a bunch of other, 3-letter agencies?
We really want to find out how we masturbate creatures of the sea.
Yeah, but we don't want to touch them. We want to do it with our minds.
Right.
And he's like, right, everybody close your eyes. right? Now imagine that.
Everyone rack up this
salty
massive
dolphin
slug.
penis.
Rack up a slug. We're going to need to go deep for this one.
And as you start to see the office block in your mind, just imagine that there's filling with water, and the dolphins are there, and the dolphins are horny. The dolphins are keen for it, mate. But you've got to act a bit coy. You can't let the dolphins have it straight away.
You don't want to act coy around a dolphin. I imagine a dolphin would fuck a koi.
I reckon they'd eat it. They'd eat the head of it and then stuff the penis in the hole they've made.
They would throat fuck a koi.
Yeah, through the back as well.
Some Chinese businessman or Japanese businessman who's paid like 50 grand for this koi carp because it's got rare colours. And he's like, oh, this one very lucky. This one bring me much luck. And then fucking John C. Lilly comes along, bringing the pet Randy
Chinese
dolphin.
Guys paid more for the ongoing sort of
I think it's a Japanese
rivalry.
thing.
Yeah, but the Chinese guys paid more than the Japanese guy.
Why?
So the Japanese guys paid for the koi,
right?
And now the Chinese man's doubled that money for the guy who's delivering the koi to deliver it via dolphin, so that the dolphin has been trained to rape the koi in front of this guy to dishearten him.
Oh, that's not what.
In the name of like historical retribution, if you like.
No, that's not what I had in mind. In mind, it was a meeting of the minds, and the Japanese guys brought the fish as like sort of like escrow to like put something aside to be like, look, at the end of this research, I'm putting my koi on the fact that I'm going to be right about this research, and the aliens are real. And then John C. Lilly's gone, right, well, I'll put my dolphin. And they've went to hold them both in escrow, and they've put them both in the same tank. And the dolphins looked over and gone, well, it's not got tits, but it'll do, like. It'll fucking do.
Or opposable thumbs. It's never going to get a grip on it like she did. But see, that must have been mad for the dolphin, though. I'm sure we covered this in the John Lilly episode, but getting a wank for an animal that doesn't have thumbs
crazy.
Must be one of the greatest feelings in the world.
Absolutely crazy, right? You would go mental.
No wonder what that'd be like.
No wonder that dolphin ended up bashing its head off the tank over and over again and killed itself. Because that's why.
No, it was because it was being tortured by the ghosts of Echo, of the people in the higher plane, just whispering in his ear, using technology that gets implanted into people's teeth. I think, according to what I'm reading.
What teeth?
That's where. So I'm guessing that's where it's going with it. So it's about the idea that you could put an implant into somebody, and there was cochlear implants put into. I want to try and remember exactly how many cats, but it was into cats, and apparently you could whisper into this device, and then the cat would deliver the message essentially.
The cat would deliver the message.
So from what I've understood from this, if you've got a device, one end of the radio essentially, and the microphone, and you're going, kill all the mice, kill all the mice over there. Yeah, you're going, pss, pss, pss. Then the person in that room is going to hear a whisper in their ear going, kill all the mice. Pss, 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 pss. And that was a way that they used to communicate with spies, apparently.
Right.
Yeah.
Excuse me if I call absolute fucking bullshit on that.
May have misunderstood it.
I know we had the spy cat, which we've mentioned before, that cost the CIA millions, and they rigged a cat with microphones and that, and then they sent it out on its first field test, and it got run over by a taxi.
Yeah, I remember you covering that.
Oh, insane! So if they'd only got that far with spy cat, I don't think they've managed to put a cochlear implant in a cat. And then had it convey a message to some sort of Manchurian candidate that's just in the room waiting to be set off by a code phrase.
Well, the Manchurian candidate gets mentioned within this paper.
Of course it does, because everything you've been saying so far is sort of registers with it. It's quite Far Cry as well. With Far Cry 5, they does it. One of the fucking bad guys, one of the brothers, was in Vietnam War, I think, possibly Vietnam, and he comes back with torture techniques, and one of the things he does is he programs the you to basically like break down or go in a frenzy when the song "Only You Can Make." You just start fucking wiping out and killing everyone in the close proximity. So similar sort of shit.
What song would you use if you was going to program, or what sound? Because the Ice Cream Van would be a good one. And then people just start going mental to
that is the Batman theme tune.
Off-key Batman theme.
Yeah,
they play in ice cream vans, don't they?
Don't usually hear the Batman theme tune from an ice cream van, to be honest.
Do you know?
That's a common one from the ice cream.
That's mad.
Yeah, look at that.
The Batman theme.
Wow, he's snidey.
Regional things.
Surprised no one come after you to fucking sue you for that. Surprised DC weren't all over it, mate.
I'm not the ice cream man. Have I ever told you that our ice cream man decided to drive through our front fence?
Decided?
Yeah. Well, I assume he decided.
Usually something like that would be an accident.
We didn't live on a bend. We didn't live on a corner or a bend. We lived on a straight road.
Wait, what about he's been that quick? He's that bothered about his craft. He's seeing kids without ice creams on the street. And he's just jumped up to serve them without putting brakes on the van. And he's dishing out the 99s and then gone through your fence while he's fucking whipping out the 99s and the screwballs. And he's gone, oh, fuck.
Possibly. I thought he was going to say he's that keen and he doesn't like kids not having ice cream, that he mounted the curb to take a few out so that if there's less kids, he can feel better about himself because then there's fewer kids going without ice cream.
I mean, that's one way to solve the problem, but surely a businessman like yourself would understand that you're damaging your customer base by wiping out children.
Because then all the parents that actually like the kids are now paying the ice cream man extra money. Don't hit this kid. And the ice cream man's wife could start sort of like crocheting certain necklaces or wristbands, armbands, hats for the kids to wear. Then he knows, oh, swerve that one. They bought a hat from me missus. That one hasn't, no, clip him.
So instead of getting rid of the problematic ice cream man, you're actually creating an entire economy where you like essentially prop up this criminal, this negligent criminal, this child murderer.
Aren't a lot of them criminals though?
You look like you'd make a good ice cream man. Take that as you were.
That's a weird way of saying you look like a nonce. I don't like that. Of all the things you've said on this show. That's all that could ever mean. What do you mean? You look like I could be an ice cream man.
Well, they're usually given to people who are like, sometimes nonces, yes, often reformed criminals, because I doubt you don't. It's mad, because it's a very child-facing role, and yet I doubt you need a CRB check to be an icy.
Nah, do you fuck? You just got to be able to fight a few teenagers every now and then and convince them to buy the old stale hot dog off the rotating thing behind the ice cream machine.
Never understood that.
I would never buy a hot dog off there. What I don't get is, how do they stay on there while he's driving?
Don't they spin? Don't they like the little metal bits rotate?
But how does it not fall off? Because he's not taking them off of there as he drives and popping them in a Tupperware and then shoving them back on the rollers as he parks up. It'd be a fucking nightmare. He's leaving them on there, but they don't move.
I mean, you
don't fall on the floor.
The glizzy doesn't abide by the regular laws of physics.
No.
The glizzy is
bug rules.
It has a whole different force surrounding it. The glizzity.
Is it a Savoy?
That's a type of sausage,
the sausage,
but not a hot dog sausage.
I found that out today. That was something I found out today.
You found out what a Savoy was?
Yeah.
It's the red sausage.
Because I thought it was a cabbage.
Right, you're on about Savoy.
Yeah. Yes, that's also what I learned. Savoy is the cabbage.
Which is also a hotel, a posh hotel down up here in London town.
See, I've always thought that the hotel was named after
The sausage.
No, just a fancy word. And it was a different word for the cabbage because I didn't think they'd name a hotel after a cabbage.
No, they named the Savoy cabbage only grows on the grounds of the Savoy Hotel.
Oh, like Cornish pasties.
Yes.
Only grow in Cornwall.
Exactly.
In
Exactly.
the old tin mines, innit? They go and harvest them from there.
Mm-hmm. Same with
like how they have to chase the haggis.
Literally the point I was about to make. Yep. Just how they have to chase the haggis around Scotland.
Well, speaking of food, I've got a homegrown conspiracy for you.
Oh, aye.
I'm growing ever more suspicious of cooking sauces. I don't know about yourself. Do you ever buy a jarred cooking sauce?
You fucking know I don't.
No, I know you make a lot of it
That's
yourself.
fucking... So... I make them all. I never ever buy a jar. I don't... Here, ask me if I buy a jarred anything. Nah.
You even buy a jarred jam?
Well, that's a different... That's a preserve. That's a preserve.
That's a thing. Do I buy a jarred anything?
All right. Stretch. But, nah. This is a Dolmio-free zone, mate. You'll never see me with a gelatinous fucking carbonara getting squelching out of the jar into a pan. No.
Well, I'm talking pataks today.
Right? Especially not getting curry from a jar. You don't get the whole oil split, which you should get from a curry. It fucking loses half of the flavour. Like, nah. So go on, pataks curry.
So my concern, my conspiracy is... a lot of them, I don't think taste anything like they should. I think Madras, right? My go-to curry is a Madras, right? I like a Madras.
All right, not bad.
I like a beef Madras, a lamb Madras, but I'll always cook myself a chicken Madras because I can't be arsed cooking beef. So I do chicken. Now, that Madras don't half taste like the tikka out of a jar, and that tikka don't half taste like a jalfrezi and a balti. They all taste very, very similar. And my conspiracy is they're all the same, right? But most people, once they've got a curry, they stick to it. They don't want to spend, £2 on a jar that they might not like. So they're all the same with a different label on.
Yeah, you are right in that respect. People don't like change. Especially jarred sauce folk.
But it's so...
people, this is jarred sauce folk. PG tips drinkers, same crack. They love X
coffee.
Factor.
Nescafe.
They don't drink coffee. They just drink tea.
What, Nescafe drinkers?
No.
What do you mean?
Jarred sauce folk.
Oh.
We're talking about people who have jarred sauce, and you're saying they don't like change. Yeah. PG tips drinkers. That's them. They don't drink coffee. They only go to Lanzarote, Tenerife. Every year. They go 3 times a year, but they go fucking same places, same hotels. They went to a different hotel once and the pool was closed. Fucking mental. The inclusive breakfast didn't have the type of sausages that Jeff likes. Fuming. He was livid.
No Savoy.
No, they'll have a Savoy. Jeff will have a Savoy. The wife and kids won't.
At Christmas, they put them foil decorations on the ceiling at Christmas.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
But the dangerous ones.
They definitely won't change anything, you're right. And the thing is, with you're not really far wrong with your jarred curry sauces, because, I know most curries are made from sort of the same base, what you could call gravy anyway. Gravy.
And something else.
A base gravy. Well, no, it's usually onions, oil, bit of stock, sometimes tomatoes, but not every curry has tomatoes in. But there's a base gravy, spice, and then you'll add your bits to it. And I think that because they expect us to have such a shit palate, that the difference in the sauces is maybe half a teaspoon of one spice is different. So it's just
definitely
indistinguishable to 99% of people.
But I'm convinced I've started to really notice it now. I had a takeaway tikka a good few weeks ago. I may have even brought it up on here, and if I did, I'll just stop. But it tasted like tomato soup.
Oh yeah, you did bring this up, and I've experienced that here. This is one thing, right? I came to the sauce. Well, I was thinking when I moved to London, I was like, I'm moving to the best food because everyone's here, so I get to eat the food direct as it should be. And the curries back
Straight
home,
from the source.
curries back home are better by a mile. Chinese back home are better by a mile. Like, and these genuine curries back home too, like they're made how they should be. I don't know if you like a dansak, Jack. I'm a massive fan of a dansak.
Never had one.
Lovely. It's not proper hot.
It feels like it would come with a load of leaves on top of it.
No.
In my head, I see a brown paste with like 3 or 4 bay leaves resting on top of it once you've took the card off the foil tin.
Nah. It's like it's thickened with lentils, but the lentils you can't really taste. They're just there to add a thickness to the sauce.
What's a lentil? Like a bean.
So you'd have had lentils. You get them in soup and that. They're like, imagine like a flat bean.
I don't really eat soup. I don't like it.
Right, but lentils. Imagine a bean or a chickpea, but they're flat.
Right.
Like a tiny ladybird-sized frisbee.
Okay.
Yep. It's just
See, now they're not as scary to me, and now I'll probably eat something with lentils in.
Lentils should not be scary to you, mate. They are literally like the cardboard of the food world, but they're sound. They're just so non-offensive. Like like a lentil would never commit a hate crime.
Not
but
even
like
just like a sly one with its friends.
Nah, it's too honest. It doesn't have those thoughts. What bean would?
Yeah. Kidney beans are saying some stuff.
Kidney beans are up to some shit. Cannelloni beans, or not cannelloni beans, cannelli beans. The bean beginning with the butter beans, they're on some shit.
Yeah.
Butter beans are on some shit.
Baked beans will never say it, but they'll send you the meme.
But yeah.
But you know it's not ironically. You know that it's into it. It's like he's sending me this because he wants me to agree.
No, I've got black friends. My kidney beans are black.
Yeah.
Kidney beans are black, and we give going the same dishes all the time.
What are you on about? I know some black-eyed peas. What do you mean? I'm sound, me.
Dansak, mate, thickened with lentils, quite sour. Usually got like pineapple in it. It's hot. It's a little bit spicy, but it's a sour curry. I like a sour curry. The dansaks I've had down here have been fucking terrible. Just putting it out there. Tomatoey curries are becoming too much of a thing. Like, you are right. I've had tikka sauces that have just been tomato soup with a bit of yogurt in it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've had, and it's put me off buying a curry.
Well, if the aliens can do something about that, maybe this is what they're doing. Maybe they're trying to fuck with us, like...
What, making everything taste all the same by messing with the electrodes externally to make our brains hungry for something, but that we can't have.
Or maybe things like spice and that are what have been keeping them away, and like they've managed to infect a few people.
Spice comes from places where. No, I wouldn't have said so. Spice seems to come from a lot of places where they have quite a vibrant understanding of otherworldly creatures.
Yeah.
Far East and India.
An understanding.
They've got loads of otherworldly creatures in their law.
Yes, but they've also managed to keep them away from them with the spice.
Maybe they follow the spice.
Put it this way, Jack.
That's why they're trying to export.
Put it this way, Jack. Jack.
Go on.
Jack. You are an alien, right? You've come from galaxies away. You are infinitely intelligent. You're aware of everything all of the time. Your senses are magnified to the nth degree, where it's just ridiculous how much you can perceive and how strongly you can perceive it. You can understand everything. When you look at something, you don't just see the full picture. You see every tiny breakdown, cell by cell, of the image that you're looking at. When you hear stuff, when you hear music, you can break down and visualize every string that's being plucked, every fucking note that's being played. When you smell, it's everything. You've got the entire scope. Like, you could be in a room full of saffron and there could be like one feather in the corner and you will smell the bird that feather's come from. Are you going to India?
This is beautiful. This is like one of them reels of them greasy-haired women.
Are you going to India?
I imagine there'd be a lot going on if you have got like the powers of. You basically said I've got the powers of a Labrador, yeah. I'd probably, I don't know. I think it might be a bit much.
Yeah, exactly, mate. So, do you reckon the spices...
With all the street food and...
Yeah, food is a loose term. You could call it that. At the street, that's a loose term. Also, gutter, sewer, place of public forum, freak show, zoo, many other things you could call them as well. But you're not going to there, are you? You don't want to get fucking triggered. That's why they all go America and that. They go, as we've always found, as we've always seen, they go to fucking the South or the Midwest of America, big fields where they grow very boring food, big fields full of crops that are in no way offensive to the nose. Corn? What does corn smell of? Sweetness and joy. Yeah? It's like fucking Bulbasaur to an alien, corn. So they land in cornfields or wheat fields, or like sometimes they'll just land on a nice flat road. Because I imagine they might be infinitely wise, but just like us, the smell of wet tarmac to an alien must be fucking tremendous.
Oh, imagine what the smell of mud's like for them when it's been dry for ages and then it's rained a little bit here.
And you're saying they're going to go to India?
And they get to open the door and they're like, oh, a bit of fresh mud.
Oh.
Well, let me see what else we've got in the notes. Oh, speaking of skies being in the sky,
they are usually found there. Yeah.
Little thought on chemtrails. I know you don't like them, but hear me out.
All right, okay, I'm with you.
What if, right? Chemtrails, for all intents and purposes, don't exist, right? What if it was completely made up and fabricated? So that we would be scared of the clouds that the government have put there. But really what we should be scared of is all the blue bit. Because in the blue bit, they've hidden the chemicals in the blue bit. And we can't see them.
Finally, something we can somewhat agree on. Because I believe chemicals, I believe like fucking... I know cloud seeding to a degree does exist in places like Saudi and that, where they've got the money to be like, we want it to rain every 6 months just because we have fucking billions. Let's make it happen. But chemtrails, I think, are bollocks. However, I don't trust any system or them. Them. I don't trust them. Can never tell what's between the legs. I don't like that about a person.
No. Odd haircuts as well.
Yeah, mad haircuts.
Pick one and stick with it.
Yeah.
Why do you need to have 3 at once?
Yeah, stop changing them. Be a Patak's jar person, yeah? Have a fucking buzz cut and like it. Have a mullet if you're a lesbian and stick to it, yeah? If you're gay, we'll allow a few other things, but it's still, you get a pick from 5 haircuts and stick with that.
That would be a good system, that 5 haircuts or none at all.
Right.
So you can have 5 trims or never.
I like it. I'm developing a benevolent dictatorship. I'm glad you're aboard. Now, I was talking about something else, wasn't I? Yeah, the blue bit makes the most sense to hide shit in there because no one bangs on about the blue bit. Because here we go. Here's the fun.
We like it.
Here's the funny bit, right? Is the people who like bang on about chemtrails are like, oh, you can't trust anything science or the government says, can't do any of that. Got to question it all. And they always question the clouds, but whenever anyone goes, oh, the blue bits, it's just blue because that's what the atmosphere is like, they go, oh yeah, fine. What? When we can create clouds almost like in a setting, you can create steam, you can have it condense, you can essentially see the cloud formation and the system of clouds in action in your own house. Make the blue bit. Make the fucking blue bit at home. Sit in your front room now.
Create that blue bit.
Sit in your front room now where the air is fucking clear, it's transparent, and turn it blue. Without having a gender reveal.
Can't do it. And what's weird about the blue bit of sky, right, is it stays blue right until it isn't anymore. Which I've never understood.
Yeah, I can't trust that.
You know, like at night time, it doesn't go from like blue and slowly change colour. It's just blue, blue, blue. Oh, it's night.
Well, I would love to agree with you on that bit because like I'm finally on board with something you're saying. I don't trust the blue bit, but like it makes sunset and that when it all goes red and orange and stuff that happens. And there's
Yeah,
that
but
weird
that's near
grey
the
bit.
sun that it does that.
There's that weird grey bit where like, and it's the worst time to drive. I don't know if you've witnessed that, where you drive.
Yeah, I hate driving at like dusk. It's
The
fucking horrible.
grey bit is weird when everything is the same colour. You literally drive, and you know cars are actually different colours, but they all just have a shade of grey to them. You're like, I'm driving in fucking silver tone here.
It feels like your eyes have to work twice as hard. Like we need an extra pair of eyes somehow to be able to take it all in the information in.
Yeah.
Like your eyes is seeing something that it's not telling your brain. That's how I describe it.
I reckon it's probably safer that your eyes don't tell your brain everything that you're seeing.
Why?
It
Just
takes
to
you 3 hours to watch
all.
3 minutes of a film. Yeah. Imagine if you actually processed everything you saw on a day-to-day basis. Your books would be so much longer and so much more nonsensical. You would never get through a fucking film.
I'd struggle to leave the house, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be really difficult. Imagine seeing more faces in things. Oh, speaking of seeing faces in things, have you ever heard of caffeine poisoning?
Well, yes.
It can make you hallucinate, mate.
Yeah. It's
I
a
used
stimulant.
to see faces in the corner of my eyes all the time.
How many monsters were you banging?
Not very often, really. I mean, I had a little thing going with this werewolf for a while, but she was never that reciprocal. It was all me kind of thing, so I didn't really spend much time with her afterwards.
It's a nightmare, that. I hate that. And it's a nightmare when they turn back into a person. Really ruins the buzz.
That bit of it. Yeah, I know. Creature of the Black Lagoon, though. Oh, the thumbs on her. Hey, made me feel like a dolphin.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like a young dolphin again. But no, I wasn't having that many monsters. Maybe the odd Red Bull, though. But a lot of coffee. I was getting through like a jar, or maybe a jar of coffee in a week and a half. Like a good-sized jar. Because I was at work, innit, not eating. But even seeing the faces, though, in the corner of my eye, even until, let's say, 6 months ago, when I'd walk through the hallway, I'd see what looked like fucking big tiki faces. I'd describe it best. Like, do you remember in The Simpsons where they think they're going to get given loads of money by Mr. Burns, and all he gives them is that massive head that they keep in the cellar?
Nah.
Well, I would see faces that looked like that head.
Sick.
Basically. Just in the corner of my eye, a lot. Apparently, like that, I found out that that's not normal by posting it on Reddit. Because I thought everyone just sees weird shit in the corner of their eyes all the time. But I'm wondering, could that have been caffeine poisoning of some degree? Potentially,
mate, because usually the things you see when you overdose or take stimulants to the nth degree are like it's stuff that would make you slightly paranoid. So it's faces, spiders, bugs in general, things just out of the corner of your eye, like crawling on stuff or going up walls or on roofs. Like stimulants, any sort of hallucination I've had from like specifically stimulants rather than hallucinogenics has been like that. They've not necessarily been, apart from cowies, which are amazing. Pills are different. Ecstasy's totally different. The trips you see on that where you just fucking, you're at someone's house on a session and then suddenly, oh, I'm at work.
Yeah. I'm driving down the motorway. Shit, Jesus Christ.
I'm at work.
I always see motorway signs.
Mate, yeah.
If I have too much motorway signs, like I put turn off for Liverpool, and I'm like, fucking hell, what would do? Oh shit! And then I realise, did I have my eyes closed? Were my eyes open then? What the fuck was going on there?
I've been at school and all sorts. Like, those are mint trips, but that's different. But like coke, speed, fucking, like, unfortunately MCAT, like the 1-2 times that I've done it, like anything like that. Yeah, the hallucinations are sketchy. And they're daunting. They're not positive. And it does look like usually people's watching you, or things are near you that you don't want to be near.
I just see like I say, faces. The odd, like when you say crawly stuff, yeah, I'd see that like mice running away from me. But
That's just
that could
you
just
having
be,
fucking.
just
That's like your
feeling
past
like a
catching
god.
up. Yeah, your past catching up with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Your
They
work
just
coming
they
back
know
to
who
life.
I am when I walk in a room. They're like, shit, it's him.
Yeah, why could you not just come here and solve the mouse problem here?
Well, just sit there.
You could have just come in and announced yourself, and it'd have been
all
like
the walls start vibrating of the building.
Yeah,
and the whole street just gets filled with mice.
you could be like the Peter Pan of our age.
The Peter Pan.
Not the Peter Pan. The
I don't like
Piper.
this. You've called me Peter Pan, the Pied Piper, and you've called me
an ice cream
man.
Yep.
I'm not appreciating this episode at all.
Pied Piper is definitely Pied Piper more or less of a nonce than an ice cream van.
Less.
You reckon? Lower.
Lower, yeah, because I reckon he took them kids and killed them. I don't think he molested them.
I mean, mate, if you're gonna kill them,
I suppose, but
you know what I mean.
All of them.
Not all of
just
them.
The good-looking ones.
Oh, until
Maybe
you get
a couple
bored.
Of the fat ones as well, just to get a feel of it.
Yeah. Porks, fat ass white kids. Took me a couple of porks today. I just whipped out the fucking flute. You know what I mean? They started following us. It's daft, really. They thought it was a sausage, and then I showed them the Savoy. All right. The only bit I've got that will.
I would like it just because you've said that. Before we get to your bit, I would like it if you could have, one of them FBI badges when you show the FBI badge, and it's just yourself, and then it's like a photoshopped image of yourself with a massive dick, but the dick is clearly a sausage.
Amazing.
And you just show that to people.
It flips down.
Doors.
It flips down, but then
it just keeps rolling down.
Yeah. It keeps flipping.
Yeah.
The rest of the picture just
and
is
then
on one flip.
while you're speaking to them, you're folding it away while you're speaking to them.
Sorry.
It's nice of you to answer the door.
Sorry, one moment there. One moment.
Are your neighbours in? They're not in. Oh, are they in? What time are they in? 5. Lovely. And then you just keep looking at your watch. It's 4:30, and you keep talking to them, and you see the neighbours coming like, I'm going to have to go. I think it was actually next door I need to speak to, and they're watching you through the window, and you just do the same thing again. You just want to keep showing this picture of a sausage. Yeah, you just really like folding stuff.
Are you impressed? No? Well, I'm here about a murder. Greta Thunberg's been kept by Israel.
But has she? Because I've seen stuff that says she's just been arrested by Swedish people.
That's weird, because she's off the coast of Israel.
Yeah, but what I was saying that she doesn't understand the difference between being detained by the Swedish nationals and being kidnapped.
But why would she be detained by Swedish nationals off the coast of Israel?
Well, maybe they're like, you shouldn't be here.
Neither should they. They haven't got jurisdiction there.
I don't know. I don't understand the geopolitical.
Right, put it this way, Jack.
Of the sea.
Right, Jack. You're English, right?
I am.
You are, right. You go on holiday to America.
Right.
Yeah. Would you not be fucking weirded out if English people came to arrest you when you're in America for something that was happening in America?
Yeah, if it's something that's happening in America, yeah.
So this is happening in fucking Israel. Why the fuck are the Swedes involved? Greta, the Queen of the Seas, Captain Blackbeard herself, Greta Blackbeardberg. She's leading we're seeing the word flotilla a lot. That I think they're going to try. It is. It does sound like a different
Flotilla the Hun.
And no, it sounds like another form of Mexican flatbread.
Oh, it does a little.
Like tortilla, flotilla.
It's got a bit of that corn powder on it that they put underneath the pizzas in Domino's.
Corn flour, yeah. They fry it instead of fucking just dry baking it. They're gonna. I don't know why. I feel like they're trying to get us to hate the word flotilla because they're really stressing the point that this is a flotilla.
What if it's deeper than that? Much deeper? What if they're trying to just get us sick of the word float? Because if you think about it, we're moving slowly, tiptoeing towards a cashless society. And one of the big parts of a cash society is a float. You have to have a float in your shop of loose change and notes and things like that.
Hang on, isn't it
and
Pride
it's just
Month?
Another way of getting that word.
Isn't it Pride Month?
It's not
because there's
something
a
that I
lot.
keep abreast of.
You should. You should. Howie Jack, you're a sex worker with
I am
a
a sex
largely
worker.
gay following. So, how dare
Doesn't
you?
mean that I go to marches or
No, but you should be aware of your customer base, their interests, and what they're into. How about why don't you do a world around you float? But this is the point I'm getting to. Why they might be
Imagine if I did just a massive dead rat.
just loads of dead rats in gay poses. You could do like a dead rat from the Queen video.
Not even in poses.
I
man.
want
just,
to break
just
free.
piles and piles of dead rats just festering in the sun.
With a,
Not a single flower. Wire covered in dead rats. And a couple
someone
of
would
fellas
still be
underneath
like,
on push bikes.
yeah, someone would still be like, oh, this is an
along.
amazing art piece. It really speaks to the soul, the subtext. You can clearly see the rats are the gay people. We suffer until we die, and then we're just put on a show for people to watch. And then you'd be like, you'd get given some sort of fucking noncy art award, and then I'd turn up and go, aye, but he's an ice cream man.
Oh, he's got a 99. No, it's just the way my trousers are rising up, guys. Leave me alone. Honestly.
Don't touch him, he's got screw balls. He's got screw balls. Leave him alone. Get away. Yeah, flotilla, I feel they're trying to get us to demonise the word. They're not going to like it. We're not meant to like it. They're trying to turn us against boats. They've done this before. I feel like
a lot of the immigration stuff.
Yeah, man. I feel like what they're trying to do is really
locking people away on boats as well.
Put us off naval, just naval action, and
so we don't
seas.
Support our own navy. Maybe it's so we stop believing in the sea.
Perhaps.
I've said for years publicly that I don't believe the sea exists.
Yes, and luckily no one has done anything about that because you'd have been sectioned. But maybe it's touching on your point about national parks. Please join the Patreon if you want to listen to the Patreon episodes from yesterday where we talked about national parks. Where they're trying to convince us to stay away from the sea because they're hiding shit there.
UAPs, the underwater phenomena.
Go on.
That's what they are, isn't it? So a lot of the UFO talk has changed to USO talk, but they've given it a new name that's not USO, which I think is UAP.
Is that an unidentified submersible object?
That's what USO means, yeah.
Fantastic.
But they've given it another abbreviation, another initialization, which I don't think it is UAP because I think that's unidentified aerial phenomena. But there's something. It could be USP. But
unique selling point.
Either way, yeah, exactly, because that's what they need to get the merch out there. They need
makes
people
sense.
to be like, why are people going to believe in our aliens from under the oceans rather than believing in their aliens from Zeta Reticuli and beyond? This is a difficult question that marketers have been asking themselves for years.
Yeah, it is going around all of the boardrooms of the UK right now.
There are people to so many meetings about it, and I'm just like, guys, you just don't get it.
The wisest
under the sea guys, they've got lobsters singing about them.
The hippest
You've got
minds
singing about up there.
The hippest minds of Camden and Shoreditch are really fucking working on the taglines, how they can market it. Can they get it on Tinder? Can they fucking do some sort of promo code? Right, if you meet your future wife on Tinder, 2-week honeymoon in Atlantis, yeah, on us, yeah. Love that. And get wanked off by the woman that wanked off a dolphin. Yeah.
We've preserved her body and mechanized her arm.
Hang on, can I go there?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Can we go there as
a
visit? Is Lily's like fucking lab still about?
I don't know.
Show me the dolphin wanking room. I want to see.
It smells like the sea in here.
People are really interested in like Epstein Island and that, but the precursor for that was the woman who was wanking off dolphins. Literally the wet room. Yeah. Show me that room. I want to see what that's doing now. Is it the same island?
I can't imagine it looks very good now. Because that was just a house that he knocked the wall through and fed the sea into.
Fed
and
the sea.
houses aren't made for that.
Really?
Notorious for falling down when you put the sea in there.
What about sea houses?
I don't know what a sea house is. Are they the ones that they give birth to their own garages?
Yes. Yeah, sea houses. Sea houses. Only the male ones carry the small houses, the sheds. The small
the males have kennels.
They'll look after the sheds, and they'll release them into the wild. And then, if you go anywhere near a male house at the seaside, you'll notice that like there are far too many sheds in gardens in the close area, in the nearby locale.
And not a chained teenager to be seen. You know, it's suspicious. Why has this gentleman got all these sheds, but no sex slaves? What's
No
he
sex
up to
slaves. He's not in there sniffing coke and going through like old Playboy magazines. He hasn't got a cockfighting ring. Yeah. He's not still clinging on to the dream of one day being on Robot Wars, even though it's no longer airing.
That it's probably a tried point, but cockfighting rings, that they would be incredible. Instead of like you're just not just your regular cock ring. This is your cockfighting ring. You can attach a Phillips head screwdriver to this part here, and you just get a homeless guy and a vagrant to go at each other in a ring, with the little screwdriver adorned cock rings.
Right. Okay. This is sort of touching on the film Seven, if you've seen that.
I don't remember this in Seven.
You know one of them when he gets the bloke to fuck the woman with like a metal spiked dildo on it. He goes to like a sex show or like a brothel, and there's one bloke who he gets like a strap on put on him, like a metal spike strap on, and he has to fuck a woman, so she dies.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that happened in Seven. This sounds a little bit like your cockfighting ring. I do like the idea of cockfighting versus Robot Wars.
What, as in like Robot Chicken?
No. I mean...
Cockfighting versus
the robots from Robot Wars versus really fucking really fucking vicious cockerels.
It's going to be an easy one to bet on, isn't it, really?
No.
I'm putting money on Hypnodisc. On that.
Yeah, I mean, and what's the one that sets fire? Sergeant Bash? Sergeant Bash didn't set fire.
Kilowatt won it with the flamethrower.
Did Kilowatt set fire? Yeah, because like
Kilowatt, a little flamethrower.
The flame, we know that chicken and flame goes well together, but not for the chicken.
But not for the chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. And Hypnodisc, yeah, but think of like the big cheese, the wedge that just flip things up. Cockerel's fine there, mate. It's going to self-right.
Yeah, it's just going to jump. It's not going to hurt the robot though.
No, but
the most it can do is throw itself into the mechanism.
Peck the wiring, and then like it can attack the wiring and attack the wheels. I think you're not giving cockerels enough credit.
Any robot though, then with exposed wire in a robot fighting tournament, realistically deserves to lose against other robots anyway. So you've got to imagine the creme de la creme. Only the best cockfighting birds are going to get to this tournament because they've got to have survived all the others to get there. Same with the robots. Like we're putting the house robots. Sir Killalot was one of the house robots. So if we're putting him and Shunt against a couple of fucking seals, then the seals have got to be fucking, like top notch, good fighting stock.
I think the thing is, I think they'd be more experienced. I think there's also they can remember like combos.
Yeah, and learn.
The robots can't.
But they can remember what it's like to fight another chicken. I can't imagine a chicken can, in its first fight against a robot, can comprehend, oh, fuck me, what's going on here? Oh, is that a chainsaw? It doesn't know what a chainsaw is. It's gone against knives, screwdrivers. Maybe someone might have attached like a Roman candle, possibly. Maybe even a Catherine wheel to the fucking spur of a chicken. But it's never come in close contact with a flamethrower.
I'd say that's dangerous, attaching a Catherine wheel to a chicken. You are essentially creating a ticking time bomb.
You are, but you could win that fight with that. If that chicken learns, I can fucking burn the other chicken with this.
Kamikaze chicken fighter. Kamikaze cockfights
thing as well. Why can't we just throw frozen ducks and geese out of planes instead of bombs? Because then you could destroy the buildings where these people live, but they're not going hungry.
Well, this is funny you should mention that, because I was watching... have you heard about the move bombing?
No.
Of Philadelphia? And it happened, I want to say 70s, but it could be 80s. Basically, the American police, the police force of Philadelphia, dropped a bomb on their own residence. Move was a black liberation group, like a protest group, like akin to the Black Panthers and such. They had a base, like they ran their fucking movement from a property on this street I'm sure it was Philadelphia. They keep people up all hours because they'd be like preaching from the balcony and shit. Everyone who was part of the movement changed their surname to Africa. Cool, right?
Easy to find. And,
Mint, man.
Yeah. Dumb as well, though.
Nah, not really. Like, imagine how many Johns there were. Oh, what's your name? John Africa. Yeah, there's 70 of us. Fucking... Which one are you after?
Maybe.
Yeah? But essentially, over some noise complaints, police were like, we're going to fucking shut this place down. The Move members defended the property with weapons, shot at police. And then I don't know if it was the head or what rank he had in the police force. This bloke got a ridiculous amount, or was given in a little pouch by an army man, by a man in army uniform, was given a pouch, slid under the fucking desk sort of crack, full of explosives, military grade explosives, and he got in a helicopter. He got on the side of a helicopter, flew up above the buildings. This is on video. This is literally on a news broadcast. You can watch this shit. Hung over the building, dropped this bomb on it, which obviously blew the building up. But the ongoing fire burnt the entire block down, destroyed 250 people's homes. Was the worst fire in Philadelphian history. They were, I'm sure it happened in the 70s or 80s. I think it might have been the 80s.
Philadelphia.
Well done. Fella done fire.
Thank you. Fella done the fire.
Yep. They only got some sort of court case come from it in the last 10, 15 years. Something like that.
That's a long time to wait in it for video evidence of a policeman.
No, the video evidence was always there.
That's what I mean. So if you've had to wait until 10 years ago for someone to actually go, yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
Insane. And even then, no one was prosecuted, no one was fired. The copper who fucking ramboed himself onto a helicopter and decided to drop a carrier bag full of fucking boom off the side of it onto a house, nothing happened to him. Sound. Absolutely sweet. However, what I thought when I was watching this and reading about this yesterday, it would have been so much easier if they did what you suggested here. And what we were talking about yesterday, again, Patreon/Truthseeking, please join.
Yeah.
You could have used your bomb drone animals.
Could have done.
And it wouldn't have looked... Obviously, you don't drop it out of a fucking helicopter, because that sort of gives the game away. You'd need what I would imagine be like a trebuchet.
Ooh. I'm trying to think. I can't remember if it was Philadelphia, where George Washington went up in a hot air balloon and tried to disperse fucking cholera to the people below.
That sounds like a Unit 731 move. Go on, tell us about it.
I think it was George Washington. I may be wrong. It was one of that sort of ilk. Do you know what I mean? Like famous old Americans, everyone knows the name of him.
Right.
Went up in a hot air balloon, and there was a problem with cholera at the time, and they were trying to fight a war down in what is now Florida. But the temperature there was causing people to get ill from the water and things like that. So he brought some back, and then as a way to experiment to see how it spreads, he just tried to pour it out of a hot air balloon. What he thought would infect people.
Right, and what happened?
People got infected.
So
And
it
I
worked.
think it helped them find a cure. Yeah, because then they understood, yeah, it is this that's causing it.
Canny. That is very
Yeah.
Unit 731. Like, we think we've developed this parasite. We think we've cracked bubonic plague. Well, there's only one way to find out. Where's the nearest Chinese village? Let's have a fucking gander at that, shall we? Because they did that time and time again. With plague, with, I'm sure, like shit like typhoid, various fevers. That was their testing ground. Would be like, oh, you think you've got something dangerous? Well, let's
It
try
may
it.
have been a type of fever.
Yeah, dengue fever or some shit like that.
Yellow fever. Is
Yellow.
That
That's
was a thing, wasn't it?
that. Well, what? That's pretty.
That was
the
Floridian,
Asian flu.
Like in The Simpsons, where they're all coughing into boxes, sending it over there.
Yellow fever.
I understood.
But that's handy of him.
Yeah. Bit risky though as well. It is risky. Big risk. Because if it doesn't go right and you were wrong and I've spread another disease around, you've just killed all your people. Because he did it around the same time that he built the first Freemason lodge in America as well. That's why it's recorded in history.
Right.
He just built the Freemason lodge and then went up in a hot air balloon and infected the whole town.
I mean, exercising is right. Exercising is right is a powerful mush.
Free man of the world. Yeah.
Free man.
I can now do anything. I've developed a secret organization that no one can even comprehend 300 years from now. I'm going to kill you all with a disease you can't see or understand.
Because you're peasants and I'm going to be the fucking president.
Have you seen as well, I don't know if they're just memes or not, but I haven't actually looked into it, but about how apparently China have brought back a bacteria from space?
Sick. That can only go well.
Have you seen though?
I have not seen.
This?
Please talk about it.
I've been seeing so many memes and little clips of videos about it and that, mate. Just people, I don't know why you take the piss out of it so much, but
now's the time to do it, man. With the fucking
before it kills us all.
The permafrost is fucking defrosting up at the North Pole, and that is going to release like viruses and bacteria that have been preserved.
But they've also been hatching out worms from the permafrost. If you've seen that as well.
Yeah,
over the past couple of weeks.
Like within our lifetime, we're gonna have movie shit. Like we're gonna have various forms of life that haven't existed and haven't been an issue for us for thousands of years now become a problem again. We're already seeing in fucking America, like, is it polio? I'm sure it's polio, or it's measles or some shit like that. Basically, something that we'd eradicated through vaccinations, that we'd knowingly proven to eradicate these things with the vaccinations, and there's fucking everything to back up that there was a massive drop off when effective vaccinations were brought in. Now suddenly, because of all the fucking bollocks that people have been yamming up over the last 10-15 years, measles and polio are back. We have
measles
1800.
Can shut a street down in the UK.
We have 1800. We have Victorian diseases are troubling us again. It's only a matter of time that space viruses. We get fucking cosmic AIDS. We get fucking ice HIV and all this other shit is just going to come.
HIV. They've got to call it HIV.
HI is very cold.
Yeah. No one's ever known what the H stands for.
Well, now you do. We've revealed it for you right now on this show. You're welcome.
H intravenous.
That was a bit shit, to be honest. We've done sound there.
The HIV was.
We've done
it
sound.
I got a space reference in there,
and you fucked it. You fucked it. You ruined the momentum.
I was going for medical and space.
Shite.
Yeah.
Shite.
Not me best.
Nah. So, I welcome the Chinese bringing space AIDS back, because if anyone can control it, and at the moment they're going to test it on Africa. Because they're there anyway. We know they're going to test it on Africa. And we're going to see the effect of space aids on fucking people from Burkina Faso.
And it'll spread perfectly where all these new roads have been put.
Yeah.
And they'll look at it from above. And it'll be like a reverse Australian HS2 sort of thing, where it's instead of showing the fire first and then the plan of where they want to put the tracks, you could see, here's the roads. Oh, and here's where all these people have died from space
space aids.
But those space aids and that's all been brought about like time and time again. The idea of something from space is going to kill us all.
And then that's
been huge recently.
We're going to have real life District 9.
With the shrimps.
With the shrimps, because there's going to be a hotbed of space aids in Africa. And then what's going to happen is, obviously, Chinese have brought these space aids back. Now, to us, it's merely just a little fucking bacteria. But to aliens, that's a relative. So they're going to come over and be like, oh,
or a food source.
Oh, what you doing with my cousin? Why is he being injected into some poor Ghanaian child? I'm now going to invade you. And then by this time, the Chinese have gone, nah, we've done way too much studying. You can't stay over here. If you stay over here, we will just grind you up and use you as erection medicine. So they won't go to America because they've already been fucking testing people from America, and they're like, look, we don't want to deal with them. It's not but corn. There's nothing but corn.
No, they go there and they're really offended by all these Americans wearing their faces as masks. And they're just sort of like grey facing.
Do you reckon the Ku Klux Klan would be out there grey facing? And that's how they'd fight off the aliens. They'd be like, you're not coming on our land, sissy. First it was the Mexicans, now it's the aliens. Fuck you. And they'd just be all being grey face.
Teaming up with the Mexicans. And it's like, look, fucking...
Finally, the thing that unifies. Right. Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll get another District 9. The aliens will be forced into slums. The aliens, in an ideal world, in a Chinese utopia, the aliens will be really good at mining cobalt.
Yeah, they'd be really good at that. Natural scoops for hands.
Yeah, I can imagine they can sense it. They can scan for it. Maybe this was the Chinese plan. They brought the bacteria back as a trap.
And they're going to disperse it where the cobalt is.
Yes.
And then basically, like a farm, grow this bacteria. The other aliens come. Would we... you getting into the idea that aliens are all cousins, right? I can't imagine apart from unless it was like dogs, we're not defending anything. If an alien comes here and goes, I'm having all the macaques, we'd just be like, sound, leave us alone.
Oh no, there's a few things. Yeah, if you try and take red squirrels in the UK, imagine that. Peregrine falcon or a kestrel.
Yeah.
Nah, sorry mate. No good. Again, I'll bring him up. Follow the Patreon. Badger.
No, they'd let them have the badger.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. Since I was
be
born,
right behind that. If you leave our crops alone and stop stamping on them and burning them, we'll let you have the badger.
Nah.
And then that creates more of a divide between landowners and the general public.
Since I've been born,
what they want.
We have the UK has been about its shit when it's talked about badger conservation. Badger numbers have been in decline since I were a nipper, and they've always wanted to protect the badger. So there's if an alien so much as fucking looked at a badger the wrong way with its 15 fucking 4D eyes, fucking some middle-aged women with nought better to do but rant on Twitter and drink wine in the daytime would be fucking livid. They'd be out there with saboteurs, man. They'd be not only fucking up the fox hunters, they'd be fucking up the aliens.
What, for the badger baiting? That would be mad, though, if they came here like Predator, like Yauti, and they just come here, instead of hunting us, they just come here to bait badgers.
Aliens just out setting traps and drinking fucking cheap Scottish whiskey. They just wait. Oh, hang on.
No, not even that. Just Lambrini, and one of them's got a bottle of Schlur.
Nah, all hunters drink whiskey, but they haven't got they're aliens, so they haven't developed the taste yet. They're on like Bells.
Oh yeah.
Nice quarter bottle of Bells.
Something proper smoky. Yeah.
Oh yes. They can't appreciate like a Lafrague or whatever it's called, or Metallica or whatever. They're like,
they just want the booze.
It's brown and it's harsh. I'll have it.
Yeah. I ate my throat feeling like it works.
They don't have throats. I imagine they got some sort of different. No, there's a pipe, but they wouldn't call it a throat.
Onto the skin.
Perhaps,
That'd be mint, you could just rub it on yourself. Imagine what drunks.
You can.
Like alcoholics would be amazing. Yeah, you can absorb it if you have a bath in vodka. You might.
No. You can put fucking. You soak like cotton wool in whiskey or whatever, and you put it under your armpit.
Do you?
Yeah, you sweat.
Just get pissed through your armpit.
Your sweat glands will soak it up. Same as if you should fill up your arsehole.
I would love to see pissed people in the street just fucking rubbing booze on themselves. I'd like to see them shoving it up their own arsehole.
Come to Newcastle, mate.
Just at a bus station.
Come to Newcastle, mate. At any point. What you're asking for is a Tuesday morning in the centre of town. That's it.
We don't really have that, I don't think, in Manchester.
Oh, you do.
No, you do. They're not doing.
I've seen some fucking rad shit in Newcastle, and the spice levels are off the chain. Playing Dodgems in fucking Dodge the Spice Addict in Manchester is an impossible challenge. They are hanging. They are leaning everywhere.
But that's different, though, to putting booze up your arsehole.
You're right.
That's smoking research.
It's nowhere near as dignified as putting whiskey up your arsehole. It's nowhere near as proper.
It would be good if it came with a monocle. They just that's
a classy individual.
That's what they call it,
and you're wearing like a smoking jacket.
Over there is monocle. Yeah, nothing else. But because you're doing a sort of handstand to be able to pour the whiskey in your arse, the smoking jacket's all around your head and hair.
Yep. Hankies hanging out.
But your arms.
Hankies hanging out the pocket over your face. And
no, handkerchief. You'd have a handkerchief.
That is what I forgot. That's what it is.
To me, hankies is a packet of tissues.
That's a tissue.
Yeah,
handkerchief
that's what hankies are.
Well, on that note, we're going to fucking end.
Okay.
We've smashed another hour.
We have.
Get over at the Patreon. We covered so many. Let me give you a rundown of the things we covered this week. Ibrahima Traore. Heard of him? You might have. Musk and Trump fell out. Boo-hoo. Agro-terrorism. Do you know what agro-terrorism is? Sounds like aggressive terrorism, doesn't it? Let me tell you what. It isn't. What else did we cover? Watch this drive. Badgers in makeup. Ukraine versus Russia. We fucking did it all. Get the Patreon /truthseeking. This is free. That isn't. It's £3 a month. I get better quality than this. We put effort in. Jack led this one, you can tell. We'll be back at the end of this week. Probably next week, actually. With more shit. And we won't have exhausted all our topics on the Patreon.